Wait, did they? I'm just noticing something. Did they straight up remove a melody here? That is one of the main melodies of the whole song. Like, that's the melody of Mizutsune. Why did they remove it? Hey music friends, this is Davi Vasc. I'm a music composer for games, and Mizutsune has been added to Monster Hunter Wilds, a very popular monster, very popular theme. And there's a lot of people talking about the new version of the theme. So today we're gonna compare all the versions of the Mizutsune theme. We're gonna see which one we like, including the new version from Monster Hunter Wilds. So, let's go. This one is the original, by the way. Man, it's been a long time since I've heard this one from Monster Hunter Generations. Oh, The richness of instrumentation in this is so good, man. The Japanese instruments. If you listen closely, you can hear all sorts of little details at the background. Like there's by the way, I'm not gonna like be stopping the songs too much in this episode because there's like 3 songs to listen to, but I just want to go back here. Pay attention to the background instruments. There's so many richness. Listen to the violin at the left speaker. There's Japanese percussion everywhere. Of course, the shakuhachi, the main melody, but also shamisen, koto. There's like all sorts of instruments. And the orchestra itself, right? The strings are not as prominent, right? The orchestra itself is not as prominent. Oh, the main part is coming. Listen, you can hear the strings, you can hear the orchestra, right? But it's not the main character of the song, right? The main character is the Japanese instruments, right? Man. And these attack notes, you can really feel the punch, the impact. Even though it's not a huge ensemble, it's not a huge orchestra, a huge ensemble of instruments, you can really feel like these attack notes here, these like ba ba ba. Monster Hunter Generations music is so punchy, man. Everything has punch and impact, and it feels so snappy. Every Monster Hunter Generations is like that. It's just the style they had. Listen to the attack notes, the impact. Everything's snappy. There's so much percussion as well. It's looping. This theme is shorter than I remember. I think in Rise they added new parts, right? Because this is shorter than I remember. It's been a long time since I've listened to this one, but it's looping now. So we're gonna go to the next one, which is the Rise version. Conclusive thoughts on this. I feel like Monster Hunter Generations was the last old school Monster Hunter soundtrack, right? It was the last soundtrack where Monster Hunter music genuinely sounded like Monster Hunter, like old school Monster Hunter music. After that, you know, with World, then Rise, then Wilds, the soundtrack started to undergo a change that I call the AAA-fication of Monster Hunter music, which doesn't mean that the music became bad or anything. It still kicks ass, but it became a little less like Monster Hunter. It lost a little bit of the soul of Monster Hunter and became a little bit more standard, right, to AAA standards. I can't help but smile every time I hear Monster Hunter Generations music because it reminds me of that old school, punchy, just unique Monster Hunter music, right? Like I said, most AAA game soundtracks nowadays, they have big orchestras and stuff. Monster Hunter, back in the day with Generations and the older games, they were not afraid to make music that sounded like this. Right? Very unique. The orchestra is very subdued, and there are other elements that take the main stage. But anyway, it is time for the Monster Hunter Rise version. Let's go. This is from Monster Hunter Rise. And of course, see, I told you, they added new parts. Even if they're small, that little intro I feel like was new. And even here, you can already tell that the song is a little bit more orchestral. And the vocals, of course, probably the main difference, right? In the Rise version. I like the vocals. I see a lot of people that didn't like the vocals in the Rise soundtrack. Oh, the main part. The vocals in this are so good, man. I know there's people that don't like it. And the lyrics. Can you hear the lyrics? The lyrics are so touching. It goes like, ah. But anyway, you can tell this is more orchestral, right? This is a lot more orchestral than the Generations version. So you start to see that movement that I talked about, the AAA-fication of Monster Hunter music. But one thing I like about Monster Hunter Rise music is that in that sense, Monster Hunter Rise music like dialed back a little bit on the AAA-fication. Like Monster Hunter music sounded like this over here in old school gen. Then in Monster Hunter World, the AAA-fication started. It became AAA, started to sound AAA like this. Then Monster Hunter Rise dialed back a little. Do you feel that? In Monster Hunter Rise, they were not afraid to make like some goofy songs that were less orchestral, that sounded like kind of funny and quirky, like old school Monster Hunter music was. In that way, I like this version. I do like this version. Now listen to them both back to back like this. Generations and Rise. I like the vocals in this so much, but at the same time I feel like the punch, the instrumentation of the Generations version is so good. I'm actually conflicted as to which one of these I like best. The song is more orchestral, as I said, but you can still hear a lot of the unique elements of the monster, right? The unique elements of the theme, the shakuhachi, and then the vocals are really cool. Man, I'm gonna say for now, if this was another day, like if this was a Wednesday or whatever, I might have said I like Rise version more. Just because it is more orchestral, but it still retains some of the unique characteristics of the theme while adding the vocals, which I like. I like the vocals. I know a lot of people don't. Today, I think I'm gonna say I like Generations better because it's not a Wednesday, it's a Tuesday. Just because it's so much more unique, like in terms of instrumentation, it just is not afraid of sounding different, and it's so punchy, man. Everything in Generations is so punchy. Now it's time for the version that we've all been waiting for, and it's the version that a lot of people have been talking about, and it's the WILDS version. Let's go. And by the way, I have heard this in-game. I have fought Mizutsune, but this is my first time actually listening to the theme outside of the game. Oh wow, brass. I don't think any of the other versions had brass. You can immediately tell, man. The Japanese instruments are like little details. This is new, this part is new. Yeah, the Japanese instruments. Oh no, it's not new. Man, it's so different. The instrumentation is so different in this that some parts that are old almost sound new in this. But you can tell the Japanese instruments, the shakuhachi, right? The flute, the koto, the little Japanese harp. They're like details. They're like finishing touches on the side. They're not the center, the focus of the piece anymore. And it's very orchestral. It really loses a lot of that punch. That is true for Monster Hunter World music as well. That's something I said in my comparison that I did of Glavenus theme back in the day, remember? I feel like a lot of songs from old gen that get transported to Monster Hunter World or to Monster Hunter WILDS even, that triple-ification happens, they go for that live orchestra style and it loses a little bit of the punch. It becomes like a little bit rounded and soft. That's not as much through for Monster Hunter Rise. Monster Hunter Rise retained a little bit of the punch, as I said before. The Japanese instruments are there, but they're so low though. Wait, did they? I'm just noticing something. Did they straight up remove a melody here? Isn't this the part where there should be a shakuhachi melody? Hold up. Yeah, wow. I did not notice this when I played this in game. Check out the Generations version again. Pay attention to this melody that I'm gonna show you. This one. Here. That is one of the main melodies of the whole song. Like that's the melody of Mizutsune. Why do they remove it? Listen, in the I didn't notice this before. In the WILDS version now, it was supposed to be here. It's not here. They removed it. Look, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna understand. Look. Why though? Did you see where the melody was supposed to be? And here as well. Oh, this is... Wow. I think this is new. I already, like, while I was playing this, I already thought this was a bit underwhelming. Now listen to it closely. It feels like they just removed stuff from the theme for no reason. But anyway, let's continue. And here the orchestra is so loud that you can barely hear. You can barely hear the Japanese instruments. Let me listen to this again. There's parts of this that I dislike of this part. One of the main parts of the theme, right? The strings, this. I don't like this. The strings doing the main melody, man, they're so soft and weak, and the Japanese instruments can barely be heard here. They're buried underneath the orchestra because the theme became very orchestral, right? Is that orchestrification, the AAA-fication of Monster Hunter music. It has to be orchestral, it has to have a big live orchestra, and in the process, the sound becomes muffled and soft, and he loses that punch. What's funny is that the shakuhachi is still there, but it's got is like begging for its life, drowning underneath the wall of strings and brass. Can you hear the shakuhachi? The flute. It's begging for its life. And then this. The brass come in. This I like more. The brass in this part adds more punch, it adds more impact. When I thought about making this video, I came here like ready to say some harsh things about the new theme, but now that I'm actually paying attention to it, Jesus, it goes way beyond what I thought. They're straight up, it's not like just a matter of details, like the previous comparisons that I've done in the past, like Glavinus, is not a matter of like tiny details and slight instrumentation and slight mixing differences. They straight up remove the melody of the monster from the theme. I feel like it's fair to say this is probably one of the most disappointing theme adaptations that I've seen in the Monster Hunter series. Rise did a good job, but still, I'm gonna say Generations is my favorite. The Mizutsune theme in Monster Hunter Wilds was pretty much the only disappointing thing, at least for me, in Title Update 1. I've been having a blast with the game, and I'm actually streaming it. Did you know you can catch the VODs of the playthrough series I've been doing over here on the gameplay channel? I'm gonna stream one more episode this Friday and this Saturday, so don't miss it. And remember, whenever you're ready to spread your wings and go on a music journey again, I'll see you there.